On a warm summer afternoon, we're getting set for baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. Tommy Pham looks to push his all-time hit streak record to even greater heights. Next. Dylan Bundy, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
Stepping up now, Joey Wendell. He will lead this one off today.
Joey Wendell.
First pitch on its way. There's a drive out to left center field. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Into the box now, Matt Duffy entering play. He's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here.
Yeah, here we are in the middle of summer, and he just keeps contributing in a great way by driving in runs. He's been taking advantage of run-scoring opportunities all season long.
Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to short. Wilkerson is right there. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Batting third.
And this is the kind of play that makes a manager go a little bit nuts. It's only the second batter of the entire game, and his defense is throwing the ball around already. I'm sure he's hoping that error isn't a sign of things to come.
Standing in now, Tommy Pham, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Wendell ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And the run will score as the Rays cash in on an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, D-Row, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hitting meeting resonated with these guys. Scored a ton yesterday and picked up right where they left off.
Here now is Mike Zunino, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. While his hitting streak might be drawing most of the attention, some might not realize he's hitting for real power as well, slugging over 500 for the season.
And that's the beauty of it, Matty. He's doing it with damage. It's not the 1-for-4 with the ground ball with eyes or the bleeder with no one on that doesn't help the team. This is a guy that's done serious damage from day one of his hit streak, and it's continued.
And here's a dive, and they got him. It's a double play. What an effort. Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
In now, Eric Thames. He comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race.
You know, D-Row, we're into the summer right now. This guy's power has been off the charts. Looks like he's going to be able to do this all season long.
I think he is, Dan, and the ball's going to start flying now. Weather's starting to warm up in certain parts of the country. We're getting...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Rays 1 and the Orioles nothing. Emilio Pagan, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
Now to the plate, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Pham arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
I'm really hoping to see Mark Trumbo turn it around. He went 0 for 3 last game. No big deal, only 3 ABs, but it was the way in which he looked going about those ABs. He didn't have a good look to him at all. We'll see if he can bounce back in this one.
Now at the plate, Steve Wilkerson, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Got him to go down swinging there. Steve Wilkerson becomes the second out of the bottom of the first.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Here's Mark Trumbo now as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Trumbo, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was taken in the 18th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
One, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Stepping into the box, Daniel Robertson. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Daniel Robertson.
First pitch on its way. There's a line drive, and he's swinging it as good as anyone, folks. The streak will continue. He's got a base hit. He'll get it into second, and he's safe. And a big one there as his streak reaches 55 now. One short of the magic number of 56.
Dero, I can't imagine what's going through his mind when he walks into the batter's box knowing he's so close to baseball eternity. This is unbelievable that he's this close to Joe DiMaggio.
I know what he's saying in his mind right now, Dan. He's saying, please, God, I need another knock.
Just one more.
Just one more. For the boys, for Joe DiMaggio, for this place to go crazy. The fact that we're here right now getting to witness this, I feel like we're so blessed.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And they start him out away with a called strike. Driven nicely into the gap. Now this will rattle up against the wall. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
And these guys are showing some consistency in the early going here. Got a run in the first inning, and this double ensures that they'll at least get a run here in the second.
Into the box now, Brendan Lowe. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And the throw in gets away from him. He's in at second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning. But I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
Stepping in, Ji-Man Choi. He's currently fourth in the AL in RBIs, and he's got a chance to add to that total right here.
Yeah, but we really can't be surprised by that, right? No doubt he's one of the best all-around talents in the sport today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground at first. A dive, and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, the one thing I want you to think back to is the fact that we got a chance during batting practice to meet with some of the players, and they talked about the loss they took in the last game, and one thing they kept harping on was the fact that they got to play better defense. I mean, 4 errors is unacceptable for this team, and they are going to have to clean that up and definitely flash some leather for their starting pitcher today. Something to look forward to.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game could get out of hand early.
He pulls this one into right. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And he is in there with an RBI triple. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seeing the ball